afternoon, everyone. I am coming to you from Binyan, Laguna. Just had a nice cooling rain shower come through. Cooled the temperatures down, but did not add to the humidity. I have been in the process of trying to get our pantry restocked. So right now I'm going on another trip to the neighborhood market, see what all they got in stock, see how much it all costs, and kind of go from there. Maybe on the way back, I will even find a nice place to grab a quick snack. We are, sadly, suffering from a rice emergency at our house. That is right. We are out of rice. And I have been instructed that whatever happens today, make sure there's rice when all the Filipinos get home. Here we are, tricycle modified for carrying all sorts of stuff. In this case, we got some coconuts. Looking good. This is kind of cool. This is a school supply store. Get all sorts of stuff for school or little general items. Now today, for my shopping, I am heading here to this place, Giselle's General Merchandise. It is kind of the most popular local grocery store. They sell a little bit of everything in here. So let's get in there and see what they got. So I'm starting off with some dish soap for Joy. Next up is some of this tomato sauce, Filipino style. I think this is the one everybody likes, the creamy one. Let's see. You know, I'm not sure how much. Oh, there it is. 100 pesos. Next on the list, of course, we need some noodles. 89 pesos. We do have cheese at home, but can never have too much. This is Eden cheese, very similar to Velveeta in that it is a processed cheese. 62 peso. It says liver spread. Looks like it's what, 34 pesos. The corned beef, which is 128 pesos. Got 2 cans of Century tuna for 39. Now it is time to get checked out. The grand total of all this nutritious, delicious goodness was 610 pesos. Now I am on the hunt for rice. To be perfectly honest, I probably should buy the rice first, because it seems to be what everybody wants. There's a rice store right there. Safe to cross. And they have our brand. Everybody at the house really likes this Coco Pandan brand rice. I think that's what we're gonna get. This gentleman is one of my friends here in the Philippines. He's got a couple of shops, and he's gonna hook us up right here with some Coco Pandan. Then when I go home, everybody will be happy and my wife will not be mad. Hey, weighs it out. That 3 kilos of rice should last us a while. All right.
You can wait. I will open one more.
Okay, okay. Just a little shy of 3 kilos in that bag. And here comes one of the Philippines' famous jeepneys. right. There we go. Awesome sauce. We'll do just a pair more. There we go. Perfecto. Go. Take this. It's good to see him again. Where we used to live in the neighborhood, I used to shop from him all the time. Now usually when we leave the house, I turn the other direction. So it was really nice to see him again. Now I start the walk back home. I was thinking about picking up a little street snack, but I'm not seeing anything that really tickles my taste buds. Oh, a few months ago I did a video about just changes in our neighborhood. I talked about these little bumps and the white stripes, and at night those little bumps would light up green, showing the center line. And as you can see, within 2.5 months later, all of the street paint has worn off, so it's hard to see the stripes. The bumps are still there, but they do not light up at night anymore. The lighting mechanisms on those things just did not last more than a couple of weeks. Which I'm really happy the Homeowners Association is trying to make the neighborhood better, but I'm bummed that it didn't work. What's up? These are all of our tricycle drivers. Hello! Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Good to see you. No, YouTube. Those guys are always so much fun. Being goofy. One of the sorry stores. Of course, you got some young men out on their bicycles. And a couple of more famous vehicles here in the Philippines. They call them e-bikes. They look like mobility scooters, or large mobility scooters, or miniature golf carts. When I was in Thailand for a couple of days, I did not see any e-bike type of vehicles. Now, I was only in a small area of Bangkok, so I wasn't like out in the countryside or the smaller cities, but I did not see any there. And while I am in favor of e-bikes, I'm glad that people have more mobility options. They do tend to go slower. They tend to jam up traffic a little bit. And in most places, you don't need a driver's license, don't have to register them, don't need any training to take them out on the road. I guess it's nice not to have to do the paperwork or pay the fees, but it's also good when people kind of know the rules of the road. Of course, a tricycle here. Something I find interesting about the tricycles, like in my neighborhood, you see that the roof of the tricycle is pretty low. It's really designed with Filipinos in mind. In some of the touristy areas of the Philippines, you'll find tricycles with a much higher ceiling on them, a much higher roof. Definitely more comfortable for taller foreigners. This is something I just absolutely love, is that in the middle of the neighborhood you'll find like a garden. Lots of pretty green. I like seeing it kind of breaking up, you know, the houses and stuff like that. Hey, what's going on, man? And then Gosh, I guess it was last week. There was like a temporary house built right there. Maybe for the construction crew over there. But it's not there anymore. Oh, ATV. That's pretty cool. In case you're wondering, is an ATV legal? I don't think it is. Street legal. People still drive them. And again, you got to get from point A to point B. So I'm glad that people have that mobility. Man, it is a nice day. Let me tell you, in Bangkok, the heat was oppressive. Between the heat and the humidity. Much worse than what I've been feeling in the Philippines. So this is like a perfect day. And as we approach this corner, we're coming up on another Sari store. Very nice gentleman runs this store. He opens early in the morning, but he closes a little early. There used to be, right here, there used to be a basketball court, or basketball hoop, but it is gone. Seems like neighbors kept complaining about that particular basketball hoop. And they kept moving it, so I have no idea where it's at now. And the filtered water delivery service. Hello! How much?
50.
50. Okay. Hang on, I owe this man some money. I like to joke with Lonnie that this gentleman at the water delivery service stalks me. What they do is they'll come and pick up the water bottles, take them, fill them, bring them back, and then ever so often he will make the rounds to collect the money. And in this case I owed him 50 pesos, so he collected, but he's caught me by surprise a couple of times. I've been at home and I just like look up and there he is. And of course this time he was just happened to be driving down the street. So yeah, life's always an adventure here. Hi.